Welcome. Today we're going to take a look at how to use sentences and sentence fluency in your writing. Our goals for today are to look at what sentence fluency is, how sentence fluency can be used in writing, and different ways that students can improve upon sentence fluency in their writing. So what is sentence fluency? What is sentence fluency? What we're looking at is the structure of sentences, the choices made about sentences, and the outcome of that, which would be the rhythm, the flow, and the balance that is created in a piece of writing dependent upon those sentences. So how is sentence fluency used? It can be used to improve the flow of writing, also create a natural rhythm and balance within a piece of writing, and it can be used to present information in a way that mimics natural speaking. So how can you identify sentence fluency? Absolute best way to do this is to read your piece out loud. Doesn't matter what it is. If you're looking at a story, an essay, or a research project, if you read that out loud, you will hear that natural sentence fluency that's coming through. You will hear how all those choices made about with individual sentences and how those work in that individual piece. You can also count sentence types and sentence lengths. You can take a look and see if there is an imbalance. Let's say that there are a lot of simple sentences used. That will tell you why there's an imbalance to the piece and what changes need to be made. All writing seeks to have balance in the sentences. All right, in strong sentences, what are we looking for? Use of strong sentence fluency. You want to have a combination of different sentence types and of different sentence lengths. So for sentence types, we want to have simple, compound, complex, and compound complex sentences. Every paragraph should contain at least one of each of these sentence types. For sentence lengths, we want to have a combination of short, medium, and long sentences. Mixing it up is really the key to strong sentence fluency. Here's an example of a paragraph where we are using strong sentence fluency to get the idea across to the reader. Although some people believe that the only good place to acquire a good dog is from a breeder, this information is false and can lead to supporting backyard breeding and leaving good dogs in the shelters. This is a serious issue. Today, up to 30,000 animals will die in American shelters because of lacking space. There should be new laws passed to stop individuals from breeding their animals, then selling off the offspring solely for the purpose of making money for the unethical person calling themselves a breeder. The solution is clear. A new state law must be passed where breeders must be licensed and pay an annual fee. The money from that fee will be used to support shelter animals. The end to breeding pets for profit is today. So here we have a piece that has a good combination of different sentence lengths and different sentence types. By including those different sentence lengths and types together into one paragraph, that information is easier on the reader to grasp. That's something that you definitely want to strive for. You want to make things easy on your reader so that they're just focusing on your ideas and not getting caught up in other things. Weak sentences, something we want to avoid. If you're using all short sentences in your writing, what you're doing is creating writing that is too elementary for middle or high school. We don't want that. If you're using all medium length sentences, that would be 11 to 20 words, then you're creating writing that comes across as being boring, and we certainly don't want that. And if you're using all long sentences, what you're doing is creating writing that is overwhelming for the reader. It's too much for the reader to handle, and we don't want that. Let's take a look at a piece here of all weak sentences used. These are all short sentences, all simple sentences, and let's look at the effect and think about how this is different from the piece with strong sentence fluency. This is my paper. My paper is about dogs. I like dogs a lot. Do you? I think I want 5 dogs. I don't like small, noisy dogs, though. I like big dogs. I like German Shepherds. I like Rottweilers. I also like Great Danes. I want maybe 3 females and 2 males. Maybe I will get dogs from the pound. Here we have all short sentences, all simple sentences, and they create a very choppy and broken effect. This is not a natural manner of speaking and not a natural way of writing. This will turn off your reader. Your reader does not want to continue reading through this. Now, if this is written by, say, a first or second grader, I would say that this is an okay piece of writing, because for that particular age group, this would be appropriate writing for a younger person. But for middle school and high school, this becomes inappropriate. This becomes weak use of sentence fluency, so this is something that we want to stay away from. In a perfect situation, every paragraph would contain at least one of the following: a short, medium, and a long sentence, a simple sentence, a compound sentence, a complex sentence, and the big one, a compound complex sentence. Strong writing creates a combination of these different sentences to create that balance, that natural rhythm, and the natural flow throughout the writing. To do that, you need a combination of different kinds of sentences. What are students expected to do? Students need to use a combination of sentence types and sentence lengths in their writing. Need to make sure that you're always editing and correcting for writing of sentence fluency in every piece, regardless of what type of writing you're doing. At this point, what you should know and be able to do is to understand what sentence fluency is, to know how sentence fluency is used in writing, and to have different ways to improve upon sentence fluency in writing. I hope this information is helpful to your writing. Good luck.